Ahoy! I'm the comic book hunter, also known as just Hunter.
And hello, I am your local comic, Sean.
And this is a hero story, way different. I don't think we've ever done anything like this on a hero story before, but JD,
Yeah.
Harper, and Tyler are all missing this week. One of them is partly due to my fault, which I'll explain in a second here. So I got Sean here. Sean was on the podcast like a month or two ago.
Yeah, back when I was still at Anti-Hero Analysis.
Yeah, he's changed a lot since then. But we talk often, and when he was on the episode last time, I forget what episode number that was, 140 or something like that.
140, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
That
remember
was just a guess.
because you did the cool like Justice League where they crossed it out and put
Oh,
Legion of
right,
Doom.
right,
You did the
yeah.
anti-hero story.
Yeah.
So welcome to an anti-hero story, part 2.
Essentially, when we did that last week or that last episode with Sean, a lot of people messaged us saying that they really liked Sean because he had way different opinions than
I
JD
loved
and I.
hearing that. And speaking of way different opinions, I have a feeling we're gonna fight this episode.
Oh God, that's
I
great to hear, man.
I read everything, and from what I've seen and everything this week, I was like, I have a feeling Hunter and I are gonna
Disagree?
disagree on some
Uh-oh.
stuff.
Well, I more so meant people were messaging like the Hero Story account and me myself on Comic Hunter saying like they picked up Suicide Squad because of you, Sean. Like they started reading it because they liked
Yeah,
you talking about Suicide Squad, which is a
it
book that I
was
don't read, that JD doesn't read, Harper or Tyler, they don't read it, I don't think.
it was
So
very refreshing because I got some messages too, being like, "Dude, you fit in so well. Like that was
yeah,
awesome."
I
And
guess that would be
I don't know
refreshing.
why they'd sound like that, but
Surfer dudes, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, JD is going through a ton of life stuff right now. I can't get into details because it's personal, but essentially he's on the moon. I'll just go that far. But he's
Okay, yeah, yeah.
legitimately like very busy all week long. Harper, I think, yeah, no, Harper went on vacation to Australia. Great country. I've been there a few times.
Really,
I
really.
think this is his
I've
first
heard good
time there.
things. I've heard
Yeah,
good
I
things.
think this is his first time there. So yeah, he's in
Yeah.
Australia. And Tyler, I'm sorry, man. That's on me, Tyler. I essentially, he was going to be on this week. So I messaged him being like, hey, man, we're recording this time on Saturday. And here we are Friday. And I text him like, hey, you ready? He's like, you said Saturday. And yeah, it's totally my fault. I told him the wrong day when I meant Friday, which is when we're recording. The reason why we're late is because we were going to review Black Widow. We were all going to go see it. And then, well, Tyler, Sean, and I were going to go see it and review it. But because of my terrible error,
You
we are
done messed up, you Aaron.
I messed up. So later, probably pretty soon this week, we're gonna have a separate video on reviewing Black Widow on a Hero Story YouTube. It'll probably be the main host. I think it depends if JD's back from the moon or not, and Harper's back on vacation. I don't know when they're back.
It's gonna be exclusive to YouTube.
Yeah, it will be just on
It's
YouTube.
gonna be Disney Plus Premier Access, a hero story.
Exactly. Yeah, send us $30 for that. It'll be free. It'll be on YouTube later this week. We still got to work out the details because the whole thing with Tyler not appearing, this happened like 5 minutes ago for me as of recording. So little panic. Luckily, Sean was here, so it's not me just being alone on the podcast. So,
Yeah, what would you have done? Would you have done full Bill Burr podcast? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's
yeah,
Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday morning podcast, and it's just me talking.
yeah, it might have been literally just me talking. So we won't be reviewing Black Widow this week. We will be doing a regular episode with news and comics
Well,
and
do
all
you want
that.
to talk
So
about briefly? Do you
we'll
want to
talk
just
about
give?
briefly, but real quick
Yeah.
for the people that only listen to hear us talk about comics, which I know there are people out there that do. The comics that we're reviewing this week are Batman, Justice League, Green Lantern, Wonder Girl, Spider-Man, The Nice House on a Lake, issue 2, Crime Syndicate, and Noctura? Is that what you're reading?
Oh no, I'm not doing. I'm
Okay.
behind on Noctura. Crime Syndicate, I'll touch on briefly, but you dropped it, so I probably won't
I
go
did.
into it too much. I don't blame you.
And Suicide
Uh,
Squad.
Suicide Squad number 5, yeah.
Yeah, so
That one was
that's a
beautiful.
lot of comics this week. Jeez.
Yeah,
So
and
I
for
guess it's
two
kind of a
people,
good thing that we're not fully reviewing Black Widow for like 30 minutes because we have 100 comics to go over and actually a ton of news as well. But
and I
those are the
have a feeling
comics
we'd fight on Black Widow too.
we might, yeah.
We might.
So if you want to just go over to those timestamps, maybe in the description, will they be, Sean? Maybe.
If I'm not driving around like crazy and working too much, because I do have 2 jobs now.
Fair enough. Yeah, we're both kind of in that same life cycle where we have to adult now, despite being in our 20s
It's
for a while.
scary. Like, yeah, because part of one of the jobs I have requires me to live on my own. Like, part of it is to have an apartment
Oh,
because,
really?
yeah, it's a campus job. So
Oh, fair enough.
so part of it is, but like I'm providing for myself and I can't cook. If you go to my social media, you will see me attempting
Local
to
comic
make
shop.
pasta and still somehow struggling.
I'm
So
in a similar boat as you.
yeah.
I'm also technically living on my own right now. Well, but your background's the same on YouTube. I'm in like the opposite situation. I live with my dad. My
No, your
dad moved out.
background's not the same though. You changed up your CGC books.
That's
I see
right. I
you.
got it. Thor: God of Thunder 2, First Appearance of Gore, and She-Hulk #1, First Appearance of She-Hulk. But
Mm.
yeah, my dad moved out, so now I'm technically on my own. I pay the rent of this building now. It's a townhouse, so I'm sharing it with two other people. But yeah, rent, groceries,
What is it
bills.
with a hero story dads being like so popular? Not that my dad's this hero story dad, but like I posted just a simple like happy birthday dad where I gave him a Galactus Funko Pop, like the big
Mhm.
whatever one. It's almost at 50,000 views. And we're talking, I didn't put a single hashtag, nothing, not even
That's
at
cool.
Funko. I'm like, I appreciate it. He loves it. He's like, star power right over here, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
that's awesome.
wild.
Huh. But yeah,
I'm
yeah. I mean, you won't be seeing my dad for a while here. And as far as JD's dad goes, I mean, we never
he's
know what
busy.
he's
He's
doing. He's
busy
busy.
tearing down Gotham.
Yeah, basically, he's running rapid in Gotham. He might have
He,
been in
he
this week's Batman issue.
he's giving a tour on society. And
Exactly. Yeah. Anyways, welcome to this comic book podcast. Uh, like I said, Black Widow will be coming later on. But what were your thoughts on it? Like, just briefly, no spoilers, but just briefly, did you like it?
I loved the first third of the movie,
Okay.
and I couldn't care less about the rest of it.
Damn. Just the first third?
Just the first third.
You
I
don't like
loved
the
like
finale?
no,
Oh
no.
wow.
I didn't
Okay.
even I wasn't even crazy about the end credit scene to be honest with you.
Really? I liked it.
And like we're not going to get into it too much. I don't want to give spoilers, but
Yeah, we
like
won't.
the first third I really enjoyed because with the cinematography and everything, I felt like I was getting something new and
Oh,
something.
like the intro where they're showing the
Yeah,
cast.
like it
That was
was a
cool.
totally different tone. And even with the way it was filmed, you're getting shots of there were a lot of close-ups and it had that slight shaky cam, kind of that on
Yeah.
the run feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that all really cool. So the first third, when you have all of that stuff going on, and again, not spoiling too much, but when it's just kind of focused on like a small section
Yeah,
of
okay, yeah, I know what
people
you
in
mean.
this
Yeah.
movie,
Mhm.
like I like that. And then as soon as they add one character, um, which I thought the character, and people are, I feel like I'm making this too like whatever, but David Harbour's character, I
Red
thought he was
Guardian.
going to be my favorite part
Was
of
he
this movie.
not?
I couldn't stand him.
Oh,
I did not.
wow, your
I
opinion
didn't.
sucks, man.
And like it was funny because that's the thing. I had this serious spy thriller in that first third. And then after that first third, I feel like it takes the shift into your regular by the numbers superhero Marvel movie with the jokes and everything and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And especially I get that from Red Guardian. And for a second, I sat in the theater going, why am I not enjoying this comedy? Did Zack Snyder's Justice League break me? And now I expect all my movies to be dark, gritty, and serious because I enjoy other Marvel movies, but this one I was just so bored. I was not enjoying it
That's
after that
crazy.
first third.
You know
Once they get Red Guardian, I was eh.
damn. All right, fair enough. He was my
That's
favorite
why I
part.
thought we were gonna fight.
Yeah, no, I mean we won't go fully into it, but he was my favorite part. I thought every character was pretty good in this movie. I enjoyed Black Widow. I enjoyed Red Guardian. I enjoyed every single character introduced. The fights were awesome. Like they were so.
The fights were good.
The soundtrack's amazing. Just the family chemistry was really good. There's a few
Yeah.
things that I was a little disappointed by, but they're more in the spoiler territory, so I'll save that for the video later on. But
I
really
wish we could talk about Taskmaster, but save that.
yeah, we'll
But
save time. I won't say a thing
it's just
about Taskmaster.
I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride.
I
But
understood that
something
reference. Yeah.
touched me deep
Yeah,
inside.
I understood the reference. I like that part. That part's good.
That was
Like,
good. That was a good part. I like that. But
there's a lot of good
even
moments.
that, I wish there was more of that. Like I didn't get that as much as I wanted.
The end credits scene, which we won't talk about,
not
but
American Pie, but
I will say the end credits scene, although it's very much just like, okay, it
There
is
are no-
something that is like building up to one of the MCU projects coming up that
Yeah.
I'm extremely excited for. But I
I'm
won't say what it
intrigued.
is. But yeah,
I'm intrigued.
and I think
But
people
it was
that
also weird
weren't
with
too
this movie.
excited get more.
They didn't do special end credits. You know, usually how they
Yeah,
have
I
like
said that
the
too.
yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, because we'll talk about it another time. But
You
welcome
guys
to a
will
hero
get into
story.
it.
Yeah, welcome to a hero story where we don't really talk about a movie, I guess.
Yeah.
But starting with live action news, first bit of news for Marvel is our What If trailer released. Second trailer. First one was more of a teaser, I guess, but we got a ton of new looks here. What are your thoughts?
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. So we got, not only do we get the trailer, but we got the poster and
a ton of Funko Pops also.
Ton of Funko Pops. So there's King Killmonger. I'll be honest. And I know Harper posted something about it. It took me so out of it to not hear Robert Downey Jr.'s voice at the beginning.
For Tony? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That was odd, but
I thought the voice they picked was fine though.
Oh yeah, like it's definitely just gonna be like, I don't know if you ever watched the Ultimate Spider-Man show where yeah, so you get used to it, but I will say that intro was fascinating to me because it wasn't something I had considered. That like Eric Killmonger was active as a soldier during that time, but it's never something I would have been like, oh yeah, he might have been in the military getting, what's the word?
He saved Tony.
Yeah, get what's the word? Bankrolled? Not bankrolled, but weapons supplied by Tony. Yeah. So that was a great way to start. I enjoyed that.
That was a great way to start, even for general audience, because here's the most iconic character in the MCU, and here's one of the best villains in the MCU, and they shake hands. Like that's a big moment. And these are two characters that I've never met, never even mentioned each other's names, I don't think. Like, well, no, as in like
Killmonger was a one-shot villain, or at least so far.
Yeah, well,
probably.
Probably. I kind of hope so, but yeah. I mean,
we talked about that last time. We're like, what if they bring him back?
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like that kind of ruined the ending of Black Panther. But anyways, there's a ton of stuff here. There's Dark Sorcerer, Doctor Strange. There was Vision. There's a moment of Vision pulling the Mind Stone out of his own head.
Paul Rudd. That was there?
Yeah, that briefly.
I saw the Paul Rudd thing.
Yeah, Paul Rudd.
Scott Lang.
Scott Lang's head in a jar, whatever that is.
What is happening there?
That sounded like Paul Rudd as well. So
it says in the if you do closed captions, it says Scott Lang.
Yeah. I just mean for voice cast. I know it's mostly the original cast. As a Chadwick Boseman's last role, for example. But
I have to go back to the
I think
the Feige thing.
Iron Man is voiced by someone else, Captain America is voiced by someone else, and Doctor Strange is voiced by someone else, but everyone else, I believe, is the original live action cast voicing their characters.
They say it in when Feige announced it during Phase 4. So exactly. Like they have the whole, 2 rows of actors.
Like Yondu is clearly Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
It's a little obvious there, but we got in the poster you see Spider-Man with
Doctor Strange's cape.
Yeah. What could that be?
Well, that was also a thing from Ultimate Spider-Man. I remember watching that show. There was like an episode or two where he becomes Spider-Man Supreme or whatever to help Doctor Strange. I don't know if it's a comics thing. Again, I'm not the most well-versed in older comics, but yeah. You got Thanos Gamora. That was on the poster. You got Vision Ultron. Where he has the Infinity Stones in his chest from what it looks like.
Yes, I'm looking at the poster right now. We got Captain Peggy Carter, of course. The zombie Hawkeye and zombie Captain America.
So they're doing full Marvel zombies. They're doing it.
There's going to be an episode. So there was a rumor a while back, and although this doesn't necessarily confirm it, makes me feel more hopeful that all of these are going to connect together. Like each episode will focus on like one what if. So what if Peggy Carter was Captain America?
what if Howard the Duck actually had more than a small thing in the
Yeah,
Avengers?
exactly. So it looks like, judging by the rumor, all these will connect, and the finale will be all these characters, these like different what if characters together. So
Yeah, because don't you see who do you see interacting with
Peggy
Peggy
and
Carter?
Strange, right?
That was it, right? It was the Evil Strange or something, or
Yeah, I
Dark
think so.
Sorcerer Strange. I have no idea what that is, but
Yeah, Dark Sorcerer Strange. So it looks like these characters will connect in the end. I did like the part of the trailer. Great editing of the iconic Avengers shot of the circle, and it flashes to the Guardians instead. That was cool. I like that part a lot. But yeah, it looks good. I'm really excited for this. Comes out August 11th, I believe, which is they're coming out on Wednesdays again.
And then
So,
Titans comes out the next day on
does
HBO
it?
Max.
Does
I
it
think.
actually?
I think it's the 12th. I
I'm
get
not
my
watching.
Red Hood the next day. Maybe.
No, I doubt it. I think Red Hood will be later in the season. You get
Probably.
your very short Red Hood.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Daredevil season 2, where you get Punisher for like 4 episodes, and then the rest is pretty much the Hand.
Yeah, essentially. Which,
It's gonna be like that.
maybe unpopular opinion, but I didn't mind that. I was okay with that.
Oh no, I loved all of John Bernthal's Punisher stuff,
Oh, I love
especially.
Punisher, but I know like a lot of people wanted more in Daredevil, but you guys don't show in the end. And the Hand, although some people think they're all right, they are important to Daredevil.
And
so.
you got the best dialogue between the two of them with you hit them and they get back up. I hit them and they stay down.
Yeah,
and then you got that you get that intensity, but then even them at the graveyard with
story.
Yeah, like
where Punisher just talks about his daughter.
Bring them back, MCU, please.
I mean, we got rumors.
We got rumors.
Sean sent me a rumor that Daredevil was going to be in She-Hulk. I don't even want to talk about it. It's not going to happen.
He could be in Spider-Man. Grace Randolph, apparently.
In Spider-Man, but yeah.
I
hope that he'll be in Spider-Man, but that's it. After that, we won't see him again for a while. We'll see him again, but not for a while. That's what I think, at least. I don't think he'll be in She-Hulk. If it was a Jessica Jones rumor, we've seen a lot of Jessica Jones rumors for She-Hulk, so I believe that. But yeah, not the Daredevil one. Sorry.
I'd like to see Kristen Ritter come back in that role. I didn't like Jessica Jones seasons 2 and 3, but season 1, I mean,
season 1's good.
The best dynamic is her and Kilgrave.
And when you get rid of Kilgrave, then it's like,
which is why the best episode of season 2 is where Kilgrave comes back.
Yeah, exactly. Hugh Jackman possibly in the MCU. Hugh Jackman was teasing on Instagram stories. He posted one of the Boss Logic art of him with the claws out. Well, just arm with the claws out. And then after that, he posted a picture of him and Kevin Feige. That picture looks pretty old, the one with him and Kevin Feige. Hugh Jackman doesn't age, but Feige does. He does look very young.
It looks like when he was filming Logan. Like it looks, like how he kind of has like the mutton chops that are really bushy. Like I'm wondering if it's an older photo, like set photo or something.
Definitely looks like an older photo. Maybe Feige was on an X-Men set or something, and they posed, they smiled. I'm pretty sure Feige was involved with one of the early X-Men movies too. This was before the MCU, just as like one of the producers there. So they met before. I think this is just Hugh Jackman teasing for no reason.
It was just odd that Boss Logic also had that whole, poster and everything. Because I know he does some official Marvel stuff,
but he also does non-official Marvel.
Yeah. So
I don't think it means anything.
I don't either, because I mean, they had the whole thing with Logan being the farewell to both Patrick Stewart's Professor X and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. So as much as, fans would probably love to see, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine show up in Multiverse of Madness or Deadpool 3 buddy cop film. But I don't think so.
I'm okay with him like resting there. Logan was a good ending. I rather we just get a new Wolverine eventually that's just in the MCU, not from another dimension.
So this is what it feels like.
Yeah, don't ruin that. Don't be like, so this is what it feels like. And then he's back. Like, come on.
So, you just gotta get whoever got that billboard to bring back Tony Stark to make another one. Bring back Hugh Jackman.
Next bit of thing says Angela Bassett says Wakanda Forever has undergone many rewrites, which makes sense. This movie was announced when Chadwick was still around, so it probably had the first script was Chadwick as the main hero. sick, and maybe they changed it to like a lesser role, and then he passed away, unfortunately. And now I guarantee, since they knew that they weren't going to be doing T'Challa, they'd have to change a ton of stuff.
I think I saw something on Instagram that it might, like, they're probably going the Shuri as Black Panther route.
Probably, I mean, that's following the comics, but Shuri
Like
in the
rumored.
MCU doesn't feel like the type of character that would want to be Black Panther. In Black Panther 1, Black Panther died and everyone thought he was dead. Shuri didn't become Black Panther after that. No, she acted in character. She didn't like put on a mask or anything. So I don't know. I kind of would rather just like maybe a new character take up the mantle. It's definitely going to be the most this must be the most difficult MCU movie to write, for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, you saw the other news we have is that the report or something came out that it's going to explore the history of Wakanda and Atlantis.
So yeah, Namor was a rumor.
Namor.
It's basically confirmed at this point. So yeah, I mean, Namor, you could do Namor as the villain, honestly, because he's just, although he's a superhero, he's just a jerk. That's his
Yeah,
thing.
that's how every comic fan / enthusiast that I have either seen or asked talk about Namor
Oh, have you not
always
read any
says,
Namor
"Oh, I
stuff?
can sum up Namor. He's a jerk."
Yeah. His whole thing is like he has this huge ego. He thinks he's better than everyone, and he's a huge jerk over that. He wants what he wants, and he will do what it takes to get what he wants, essentially.
Mhm.
The only people that he respects in the comics really are like Captain America and Bucky Barnes, because Namor's been around forever. He is considered the first mutant. So he fought in World War II with Cap and Bucky, and they were friends then. But now in the modern age, he just hates everybody. So
Fair
yeah,
enough.
yeah. So whoever's playing him, although he's not a villain, he could be the villain for this movie and then turn into a hero one day. Just not a nice hero. Last bit of Marvel live action news is Marvel confirmed and promised that we're getting more LGBTQ plus representations in the MCU.
Good.
Good, yeah.
all we've had is Loki, and then if it even counts as MCU, still what's her face from Runaways? I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't watch Runaways. So
Runaways, it was Nico, and I'm forgetting the other girl's name, but they were a LGBTQ couple.
Yeah, we have very, very little LGBT.
Yeah. There's not much.
There's barely any, and even in comics alone, I mean, there are a lot of characters that are Pride, but not too many that could like hold their own movie. So we'll have to wait and see. I know Brie Larson's all for it, so maybe they'll change her up a bit in the MCU, but we'll see.
And you actually did skip over some Marvel stuff.
Did I?
Oops. No Way Home. No Way Home.
What did I skip over for?
The suits.
I forgot this was this week.
Yeah, I know. It feels very long ago, right? When I was looking up news for this, I went, man, that was this week.
Yeah, so No Way Home. Toys leaked. We got to see suits. Why does Spider-Man have gold on him? That does not suit the character at all. A big gold M. Remember when in Civil War they showed the suit? Like, yeah, we're going to go kind of comic accurate with expression eyes and a very small spider on the chest.
Well, and that's the other thing. You lost your mind. Like, I don't know about you, but I wasn't as in depth on industry rumors and news and stuff. So I remember when I'm watching that trailer, and at the end when he shows up,
hey everyone,
being genuinely shocked, going, "Oh my God, Spider-Man's in this movie!" Because I wasn't, as informed. Because I remember how it should have ended, making a joke about Spider-Man being in Avengers 3. And I literally went, "Oh yeah, if only that would ever happen." And then seeing the Civil War trailer, going, "No way, that's actually happening."
Yeah, and he was in Avengers 3 in the end.
Yeah,
and he had a not the greatest suit ever, but better than a giant gold logo.
Here's the thing, though. It's not even that. It's not even the gold emblem that's the problem for me. The problem for me is that it's a giant metal gold emblem with basically his same Spider-Man suit. If it was a whole metal suit, it would make sense because it'd be more like a comic accurate Iron Spider armor, which I'm all for.
It's just the Far From Home suit, but with a big gold logo.
It's odd. It's
red,
odd.
Black, and gold. Red, black, and gold could work for a suit, but not Spider-Man.
I'm sure
they're doing this to make him stand out more from Toby and Andrew, assuming they're in it.
But I have no idea. I'm sure there's going to be a reason that's going to get explained or maybe touched upon in the movie. But then we're also getting another stealth suit.
Another
Like we
black
did.
suit. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not the Venom suit. It just seems like another black suit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's with gold.
I mean, I'm sure
Gold.
Insomniac making Spider-Man PS5 are like, oh, thank God. So since they put every suit in Spider-Man PS4, but I don't know. It's just like,
It's probably I guarantee it's probably going to be touched upon in the movie and say something like, oh yeah, so it's him paying more of a homage to Tony and honoring him by including more gold. But I
ugh.
don't know. I don't know.
Okay, okay. Let's just move past that. DC news. All the characters James Gunn didn't include in the Suicide Squad that they consider. Wait, you sent me this part. What is this?
Oh wait. Oh yeah, because okay. So for those who don't know,
Like
I
me.
write for CBR. I do some writing.
Comic book.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot of fun, and I'm having a blast doing it. And so I got to write up this story because James Gunn took to Twitter and he talked about how there was a large list of characters he wanted to include in the Suicide Squad, and he revealed like that he had this whole folder of characters that he wanted to include. Um, but obviously not all of them made the cut. And it's kind of funny because they were on the chopping block to be on the chopping block
Right.
because they were cut from possibly dying in the movie.
Fair enough.
But yeah, some of the names on the list included some real heavy hitters. Deathstroke.
What?
Deathstroke was
Joe Manganiello, maybe?
well, that's. I mean, I would assume. I don't know if it would have been him, but like he just posted pictures of who he considered for the movie, and some notable ones that came out were Livewire,
Oh.
Deathstroke, Man Bat.
What? Whoa.
Yeah. KG Beast. And then responding to fans. Oh wait, Solomon Grundy was also another one. And then when he was responding to fans, he also said that he considered Killer Frost and Mr. Freeze.
Whoa.
So like some
Mr.
heavy
Freeze.
hitters. Yeah.
Whoa.
And yeah, it was interesting to especially hear like Deathstroke. Like these were considerations to be in his Suicide Squad movie. There are others here, but not as recognizable, or at least to me.
I'm trying to find these tweets.
Yeah. And he also said that he considered Bronze Tiger because a fan
That
asked,
was the big rumor.
yeah, it was the big rumor. And he said, yes, I considered him, but he didn't want to use him because he wanted to stick to quote unquote using actual villains. So he felt Bronze Tiger would be too much like Rick Flag or Katana.
Which he would be, yeah. Interesting. Huh.
But yeah, feel free to check out my story because I'm very I love writing.
Will do. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Deathstroke and Mr. Freeze could have been on the Suicide Squad in this movie.
Yeah, and like personal opinion, because now I'm getting into like reporting and stuff, but personal opinion, it makes sense to me in the sense of why you wouldn't include these heavy hitters, because if you're including characters like Deathstroke, Mr. Freeze, I feel like it would take away, unless you plan on killing them off and you want to shock everyone.
Yeah.
They're pretty much a safe bet to survive. I think James Gunn is being a genius with this film by having all of these obscure characters because anybody could go.
They're gonna die. Harley
Yeah.
will live.
Like Pete Davidson, I know, like he's gotta. There's no way he's going. Flula Borg as what is it? That's his name, right? As Javelin, he's gone because isn't that his name?
I don't know.
Well, he's gone because Harley's seen holding his javelin in the rest of the trailer. So
oh yeah, that's right. Harley will live. Captain Boomerang will live. Rick Flag, maybe.
I think Flag's always a safe bet.
That's it. Waller, I guess. But
Waller, maybe.
Yeah, that's about it. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
It's literally like when you're watching the Infinity War trailer and you're like, God, I wonder who's gonna die. He's going after all the stones. I hope Vision will be okay.
Yeah, essentially. I hope Pete Davidson's will be okay.
Pete Davidson's good. All right.
Yeah, we'll see. Next bit of news: Batgirl film is still apparently happening, and they're trying to cast Firefly. Apparently,
Yeah, I saw something about it. I have no idea what's going on
I don't
with
think
this
it's
movie.
gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't. But sounds like they're moving forward.
It sounds like the director's moving forward. Because didn't he say
Oh,
that?
wasn't it supposed to be Joss Whedon? I thought this was Joss
Whoa.
Whedon's film.
Oh my god, that was the case.
Wasn't this his film?
Yeah, it was.
That's why I'm like, I didn't read the full thing. I just kind of saw the headline.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
Wasn't this his?
Joss Whedon in 2017 took over for Zack Snyder to make the Justice League movie, and during production on when he was on set, before we even saw like what he came out with, before we knew the train wreck that happened, it was announced that he would do a Batgirl movie after Justice League, and people were like, "Cool, you know, he did Avengers. Avengers is cool." But then we all know what happened after that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't think this is gonna happen.
Yeah, from what is the Illuminati is the one who reported it. And they said that they're casting for an actor in his 50s, 60s to play a villain who is described as a disgruntled former firefighter. And so, obviously, everybody's thinking Firefly.
Yeah.
But in
Villain.
other castings for the movie include Barbara Gordon, obviously, and James Gordon. It says it, I believe, oh, here we go. It says directed by, I want you to read this name, but you can't.
I can't.
Because
No,
now
this
I'm
is
going to
you.
be the guy butchering names.
Yeah, this is you.
Directed by Adil El Arbi and Bilal Falah. I'm so sorry to those two people if I have completely demolished.
Maybe
your
you got it
names.
right. Okay, well, I
Hope
mean,
I gotta leave you to have the reputation of
yeah,
messing
exactly.
up names.
I'm that guy for some reason. I don't think it will happen.
Kevin Feige,
Yeah, I know. Jeez,
George G. Menos.
Or say him it is. So last bit of live action news, which I think we might have talked about last week. I can't remember, but Flashpoint Superman supposedly being in the Flash film. That was due to the Flash leak that I believe we briefly talked about last week.
Yeah, from what I heard, this was like a concept art thing that leaked or something.
Yeah, it just looks like a skinny guy in like a cage that the Flash is going over to, and that could be Superman, because in Flashpoint Superman is away from the sun, so he's not strong or anything. But yeah.
We also did we skipped over another one. Megan Thee Stallion is apparently going to be in She-Hulk, according to a report.
According to a report, yeah.
According to a report, but according to the report, it's a recurring role as herself.
I have nothing to add to that.
I have no idea anything. Like the reports that came out this week are all reports where I go, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Last bit of news is Deep Target. Aquaman got a title, kind of.
I was like, Deep Target. You went shopping?
No. Did you know Target came to Canada for like 3 months and then went bankrupt and left Canada?
I mean, I suppose that makes sense because we had Toys R Us here. Toys R Us in America died and went bankrupt, but Toys R Us in Canada is still kicking.
Yeah, exactly. Strange. Anyways, Deep Target is going to be a 7-issue series starring Aquaman and Green Arrow. That's a strange team up. That's because both of these characters' first appearance is from the exact same issue. So that issue is very expensive. So they appeared in the same book. Now they're having their same book together. I think it's called More Fun Comics. I forget the issue number, but that was the title of the comics.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool. I like this a lot. I've mentioned like one of my dream books a lot would be a team up with Aquaman and Wonder Woman, but I'll take this.
I remember us talking about this when we were talking about the round robin finale. JD said it was that and the what was it? Road Trip Robins that you've been pushing for quite some time.
Get that for so long. But Deep Target. So Aquaman and Green Arrow will be teaming up for a 7-issue series that will tie in to, I believe, Aqualad Becoming or something like that. It's Aqualad's solo miniseries. So let me get the information real quick. The new 7-issue series was confirmed by DC on Twitter by the writer Brandon Thomas, who will also be writing the Aqualad title, which is called Aquaman Becoming. Arthur
Mhm.
Curry and Oliver Queen team up and throw down in Deep Target, a mind-bending, world-altering, okay, adventure that launches in October. The series will be
Interesting.
illustrated by Ronan. Oh God, here we go. Ronan Cliquet, I think.
Haha,
Yeah,
not just me this episode.
and Julius Arola, with covers by Marcos Santucci and Inhyuk Lee. Wow, those are all like difficult names to pronounce.
You did your best. You tried there.
So it looks like these characters have new suits. Green Arrow kind of has a Hawkeye kind of looking suit where one arm is like exposed, the other arm is covered. Uh, Aquaman, strange. Who
Green.
does that look like?
Green.
Yeah, green, no sleeves.
Oh god, is this a test?
I don't know if you've seen this or not. He looks like the Deep from The Boys.
Oh my god, he does.
Yeah, green scales, no sleeves. Why?
How did I not see that? I love the boys.
Like,
Oh my god, he does.
I mean, granted, this is more like it's kind of like a silhouette. There's a lot of shading on it. You can't even see his full face. Green Arrow's kind of standing in front of him, so we don't really see the whole suit. But yeah, green
We're
scale.
gonna get Aquaman singing and joining a cult. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. It's strange that we got that, but I'll take it. I mean, it's an Aquaman title. He cut his hair. It looks like he's at least wearing something because for the past few issues of like Justice League by Bendis, he doesn't wear a shirt, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
so
he
glad
has
you
a
pointed
suit.
that out.
He has a suit. Why?
I'm never gonna unsee him as the Deep now if I
Yeah, I'm
read this
sorry.
book.
Maybe it's a coloring issue. Maybe they'll stick with the orange and gold, but I don't know. That bothers me right now. I don't like the suit, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah. I can't wait to see him break into Sealand and break out a dolphin.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
Oh my god. But yeah, it's I will say it is interesting. I think my personal thoughts. I think this title is going to be very important. And I think it's important that this does well because it seems like they're putting Green Arrow, because remember, every book is pretty much Batman and DC getting put out now. But Green Arrow's making his way into a lot of books.
I mean, we got Black Canary in that Deathstroke book, right?
We
Green
have
in this book.
Checkmate, Justice League.
Connor Hawks and Robin.
Yeah. It's branching out.
But even then, Aquaman, we got a Black Manta miniseries, an Aqualad miniseries, and now Aquaman in this.
But you don't have an ongoing.
Don't have an ongoing.
Hate to break it to you, buddy. But you
It's
don't
one
have
of
an
my
ongoing.
favorite superheroes. I just want an ongoing. But yeah,
unfortunate.
I mean, maybe one day, maybe after this. I'm okay with this. I'll settle with this for now. Comic Nation on Instagram, Che Clay, my bad. He loves Captain America. That's his favorite character ever. And Cap series was, it was announced to end at issue 30, and that was announced to end like 4 months ago, and still nothing on a new Cap series. We have United States of Captain America, but no new Cap ongoing. So it's been driving him crazy, and I think that's really funny. But now I might be in that boat. Now we have a mini series for Aquaman, like Captain America's mini series, but no ongoing.
And you forgot King Shark.
Yeah.
You're getting Suicide Squad, King
I
Shark.
forgot about that. I'm not going to read that. I'm sorry. And that's the news of the week.
Yeah, that's everything, right?
Yeah, now we just
how long have we been recording? I feel like we breezed through that.
39 minutes roughly. 39
Oh
minutes.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now we have 100 comics to get through.
Yeah, we have like 50 comics to cover now.
Yeah, we'll kind of rapid fire through this, so hopefully it's not.
Well, we don't have to. I got time.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll spend the next little bit on this.
Yeah.
Pick of the week, cover of the week.
Oh,
What did you like the best?
Pick of the week, Suicide Squad number 5.
Really?
Suicide Squad number 5.
It's that good, hey?
I love this series. I love this series so much.
My pick of the week will likely be maybe Wonder Girl. I really liked Wonder Girl.
I think Wonder Girl will get my cover of the week.
It's a great cover in general. Yeah. Let me find my cover.
Wonder Girl was also phenomenal. It's just I'm loving Suicide Squad.
That's fair. Yeah, that's understandable. My cover of the week is The Nice House on the Lake, which I'm reading digitally. Nice House on the Lake. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's a good cover. It's just I'm not,
It's creepy.
yeah, that's the thing. I'm not a horror guy, so I wouldn't be like,
Oh, you're
yeah, let's
not?
see this awesome dark
Yeah, a
cover
bunch of
over
people like
here.
slamming on a window.
Yeah.
I think it's
Well,
cool. Did you
yeah,
read it?
I did.
Oh,
I
okay.
did
I wasn't
because I
sure.
wanted to make sure I could talk and make sure it's not just you being like, so Sean, what's happening in this series
Yeah.
is
So,
that
thanks, Sean. I guess we'll start Batman. You want to start Batman? Batman came out.
yeah, it did come out, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's good.
It's good. It's a good issue.
That's what I leave it at. It's good.
I just I didn't get to give, like, I realized I didn't give like every thought I had last time, because last time I was on here, conveniently, a lot of the same books we had: Green Lantern, Batman, Suicide Squad. But with Batman,
Yeah.
a big thing with me that I didn't get the chance to say last time.
Mhm.
I don't like how this arc is being framed, in the sense that every issue starts with him having this acid trip sequence under fear toxin. And the reason why it's bugging me is because I love it so much. And so let me clarify. I wish it was just one issue of just that. I don't like that we get a little bit of it at the beginning of each issue, because one, I have no idea what's going on, and that's bothering me. And
Okay.
two, you know how like that old what is it? Batman New 52 #5, where you have Batman in the labyrinth and it's that deep
Oh
psychological
yeah.
issue.
Where you even have to turn the page like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
wish
Quarterbell.
that's what we had. I wish that this whole thing, because I even get, again, based on the media I've consumed, I get like Sam Witwer, Darth Maul vibes with the dialogue. When he's going nuts in season
Dialogue
4.
for Batman's dialogue?
Yeah. Because he's saying, he has the whole, I just have to think logically. I this isn't real. I can get out of this. But how do you know that it's real? It's got like that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so cool. And I just wish like that we got, I hope there's an issue where it is just that, because I'd love to see that psychological, because what's bothering me with this is that it's mostly just setup and preface. And I'm sure you're going to, it was a big preface, preview. What's the word? Preface. Like building up to an event, because it even says, soon we shall be in the fear state. Like it literally says that. So it's amping up fear state. But I wish we had just one issue that's just, him just losing it. Because, again, I go back to the Arkham games. The Scarecrow sequences were always the coolest part. Like in the first game, you think that your console had the 3 red rings of death and shut down or something, but really you're getting launched into a Scarecrow sequence.
Essentially.
Yeah, like I wish we had, but this was a good issue. I'm glad Miracle Molly's back. I enjoy seeing her again.
I mean, I'll recommend you Batman and Robin Eternal. It was a book from
Isn't
6
that
years
the
ago,
one
I
you
think.
guys trashed
What?
on this podcast?
No,
Didn't you say
Batman
something
and
bad
Robin.
about?
Batman and Robin's bad. But sorry,
Oh.
all-star Batman and Robin, yes.
Oh, I was
Batman
like,
and
isn't there
Robin
some book that
Eternal.
you guys were like, this is not good?
So Batman and Robin Eternal is mostly about the 4 Robins. Batman's in it, of course, but there is a sequence with Scarecrow that's like, I think it's 2 issues of just Dick Grayson being in the fear talks and being like, is this real? What's going on? Kind of thing.
Okay.
It's 2 issues for that one scene. So maybe you'll like that. But I know what you mean. And you're making me really want that. Although I did enjoy this issue. I love, my favorite type of storytelling is mystery. So like mystery where you don't know the answer to the point where Batman doesn't even know what's going on. Oracle doesn't know what's going on. So I think it was just genius in this arc where there's scarecrows appearing in Gotham, but like in blind spots of cameras, so no one knows how these regular scarecrows got there.
Mm-hmm.
I want more of that. That's what makes me really like this arc. Is like there's a mystery going on with Scarecrow. Obviously, Scarecrow's back, but how is he doing this?
And like I said last time, I do not like that, which is why I said we were gonna fight.
Yeah, here we go.
Because I want heads rolling.
I agree with you.
Although we did get that. bomb explosion. We got something.
Yeah. I do agree with you though with the whole giant, like the scene where you see the giant Scarecrow. That was awesome.
Oh,
I
that
want
was
more of
great.
that.
Like,
I want more
and
of
the
that.
art, Jorge Jimenez on the
Oh
art.
my god. You literally
Beautiful.
feel like Batman's so small, even though it's like just a dream in a way, like from the toxin just that he's inhaling and getting
Mhm.
injected with. Uh what was I gonna say? Yeah, you mentioned the bomb is exploding. The fact that the bombs explode in Morse code, that's cool. I
That
like
was
that a
neat.
lot.
Yeah.
I thought that was clever. I like Ghostmaker figured that out. Ghostmaker's a cool character. I hope he
Have
sticks
you
around
been
for a
reading
while.
the backups on Ghostmaker?
I skim it.
It's like you can tell what it's Tinian or Tynan.
I think it's Tanyan.
Okay, well you can tell what he's doing. I'm not even gonna try then.
We'll say James, the writer
James.
James.
You can tell what James is doing.
Yeah.
Because the basically the Ghostmaker backups, it's almost it's basically just building Ghostmaker's legendary status essentially because he's invading this island led by somebody with the name Midas, I think is her name, something Midas, and he's infiltrating to take her out. And so she has all these assassins and hitmen who have encountered Ghostmaker, asking them for advice on how to kill him and
Right.
assistance in doing so.
Right.
And it's almost giving Ghostmaker more of that Dos Equis commercial style most interesting man in the world, because each backup is just a different character talking about how they underestimated Ghostmaker and then he kicked their ass, and they're like, because the Ghostmaker, he can do anything. It's like,
Well, his whole thing is like he
yeah.
trained with Bruce Wayne when he was training to be
Mhm.
Batman. But unlike Batman, who became a legend, he stuck to the shadows in a way. So
Yeah.
it makes
But
sense that like his character that no one knows anything about underestimates him
yeah.
in a way.
But it has that most interesting man in the world storytelling with, he once wrestled an alligator with his bare hands.
I saw that. Yeah, I read about that part. I was
Occasionally
like,
does
oh,
this.
okay.
He is the Ghostmaker.
Well, just talking about Batman alone, though, I think this was a good issue, and I will give it like a 9 out of 10. I thought it was fun. I liked
I'll
it a
go
lot.
with you on that. I'll go 9 because we got some solid development. We got Batman facing off with Peacemaker. Oh, wait, not
Maker.
Peacemaker, Peacekeeper
Yeah,
one.
Peacekeeper.
And also I was very happy that Harley was in it because Harley provided some much needed context to Peacekeeper 1.
Oh yeah, saying like, oh yeah, this
Yeah,
guy's messed up because I worked with him in Arkham.
because originally the way you see him, because even the way I was seeing him, I was having trouble believing him being this, oh yeah, I set the bomb and I did this and I did that because it was, and I went, no, this guy was the hero of Arkham. What's going on? But then when you get Harley saying, no, this guy was not good.
Yeah, he would like beat patients in Arkham
Yeah. Yeah.
for his
He
own
was,
rage
what is she
sake.
calls him a sadist. Like she goes,
Yeah.
no, and I will say, I think out of all books, I've gotten at least one line of dialogue that has truly made me laugh out loud and have a good time. And from this comic, it is Harley going, he's crazy, and I should know because I'm crazy.
The way
um,
James writes Harley is awesome. I like it's the
yeah.
first time that I'm enjoying hero Harley.
And I'll be writing another Bat Family character soon, it seems.
Ooh.
Nightwing shows up.
Oh yeah, Nightwing's on his way to Gotham. I like that.
Nightwing coming off of his battle with Green Lantern over who has the better ass.
Yeah.
Rocks up to Gotham to help out.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see all that stuff?
No, you told me about it though. That's how I know about it. It's just on
Oh, it's
social media.
hilarious. It's hilarious.
I'm excited to see Nightwing come. Like he's just running to Gotham. Essentially, he's
Yeah.
just like
I need
Oracle's
a
like, oh,
hero.
he's like, I'll let you know when things start to go down, and he's like, like Babs, this is Gotham. When things go down, I need to be there, not on the way. Like that's why I'm
Like,
leaving now.
I
Also,
literally heard the most overused superhero track in my head now, which is I Need a Hero by Bonnie Tyler
it's
as
fair
he's
enough.
running to
It
Gotham.
works. It works.
It works. It does work.
Batman's there's the dialogue when Batman's fighting Peacekeeper that made me like, you know what, he's not even wrong. Where Peacekeeper's just like, he's saying like, oh, you're pathetic, Batman, like you're just a man in a suit. But he also says, also, who's to say that you're a hero anymore? How many times have you been working with a thief and killers like Catwoman and Harley Quinn? It was like, honestly,
I love
Batman's a hero, but you're not wrong there.
I mean, he's out of line, but he's right.
Yeah, literally. Like Batman is working with a thief, Catwoman, and a killer, Harley Quinn. So
he's not even working with, he's practically almost married to.
Catwoman. Yeah. So I mean,
but yeah, no, right. It's
I'm gonna post that.
I do like oh my god. But yeah, that's another thing. I do really enjoy those arguments, because especially that's why I love Red Hood so much, is that to me, Batman isn't that great of a hero because again, he inspires more villains. And yeah, everybody's gonna have their take and opinion. Well, technically, blah 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 blah. But no, I especially think that, it's just he's Batman. That's why he'll always be around. But definitely, it's not like he's all good. Like, he does bring bad with him. Mm-hmm. So anytime I get a dialogue like that, and especially the one we got from Peacekeeper 1, solid writing. And this was a really good, I'll go with you. It's a 9. Because
I'm excited for the next one.
Even the ending ends off on that cliffhanger with, we'll go with you in peace. There's no need for arms. They're not coming peacefully. Permission to engage. Like, it's a good issue. Yeah, I also liked that it's not quite going the route you predicted when we were talking 108, because you were like, they're going to control his legs. They're going to make him do this. They're going to do that. And it's not quite going there.
He's just willing to do it.
But not even that. It's the way it seemed was that this Simon Stagg wannabe, Simon Saint, it makes it seem like he was going to be controlling Peacekeeper 1, but sounds like Peacekeeper 1 is also using this to further his own wants and just agendas, rage, because essentially, because Simon Saint probably does think that they're resisting or whatever.
Yeah, because he doesn't know. He's just hearing over the walkie. Yeah,
but he's not going to mind, because he wants the more press and conflict. So he's going
attention,
engage.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, it's Batman. Batman's a title I've really been enjoying. And
if you're not reading Batman, JD, you got to get on.
It's okay, JD. I got to say, I am bummed JD's not on this week, because I had a story that would have literally made him cry from when I was walking into Black Widow. I saw it in IMAX, so they give you a collectible comic.
Oh, nice.
It's basically just it basically just puts everything from Winter Soldier to Civil War in comic form. That's all this is. But when I got there, I hadn't gone and seen a movie in a while, so I was a little unfamiliar with checking in, because I have the AMC A-list, so I have to show my ID. Right. And so I was just holding the ID there, like, I can go in, right? Like, I was just, and she's like, I need to scan your ticket first. I went, oh, right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And like, she was super nice and polite about it. Like, she could tell that clearly I have not left the house because of the world in the last year. And so she goes to get the comics, right? And they have just these stacks of, these issues and everything, mint condition. Oh my God. She picks it up, both hands on the top and bottom of the stack, and like an accordion, just
what?
Just some slightly as she's picking them up, and I just see the comics go, and literally physical pain. Like, I winced. I just went.
I mean, if it helps, it's a movie tie-in. They tend not to go for.
Oh, anything. I know, but like, I get handed the comic. I'm like, thank you. And then I walk away, and I have these huge spine ticks on the back.
Just everywhere.
I was literally just there in the theater going, oh, why?
Yeah, that's bad. I try to keep all my comics in like as mint as I can, so I understand.
And then the only thing that made it worse was that we didn't get a No Way Home trailer, which I expected. But also, I wanted to see the Carnage, Let There Be Carnage trailer on the big screen, and I didn't get the chance to. That's why I went. I gotta be honest, I wanted to. I've seen 2 movies before this. I saw Wrath of Man with Jason Statham. And then I saw what did I see? Oh, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. And both times I walked in too late, so I missed the preview for Carnage.
So you
And so
could
I was
see
like,
Venom.
this is the day. And then they didn't play it.
For my theater, we watched Shang-Chi, so that was fun.
Yeah, but
anyways,
off
Justice
the rails there.
League, Justice League. This was issue 64.
Thoughts?
I didn't like it.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah. Because I've been loving Bendis' Justice
I'm dropping
League.
this
I don't
book.
know if that's unpopular, if that's popular, but I think he's been doing a great job handling the league. I think the art's great. What was this issue?
No, Hunter, I'm dropping this book.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I understand.
Done.
I can't even defend this issue. So much
like
dialogue.
yeah.
What was this? Nothing happened. It happened, but nothing. Here's what happened. The alien, who I think is the same alien that from the end of Bendis' Superman run, is here.
I didn't read Bendis' Superman, so I don't know.
Oh wow. Okay, it's not bad. It's not that bad.
The only thing I know about is that Clark reveals his identity. That's it.
Essentially, what happens then is, this alien comes to Earth. He wants to kill Superman, but before that happens, there's moments like Green Arrow and Black Canary go on a date and are being spied on someone that relates to Checkmate, I guess.
Oh, you're talking about this now. I thought you were recapping Bendis' Superman to me.
No. Okay, Bendis Superman. John gets aged up. Superman reveals his identity. There's some cool fight scenes. There's some not so cool fight scenes. Jor-El dies. Yeah, there you go.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This
son of Jor-El, Russell Crowe. No.
It was a filler. There's the scene where they're trying to train Naomi, and Naomi's parents come in, and they're just like, "Wow, this is the Justice League." And Black Adam's just like, "You guys are good parents," and flies away. And
that was another line I wrote down though.
You wrote it down?
Yeah, he had that line. I'm not even gonna look. I think I can recall it. But he had that line that was where it's like, "Wow, and Black Adam lives here?" And he's like, "No, I don't live here. I live in a house. I have a very nice house, like a really nice house."
Yeah. You're a king. Why are you talking like this?
I have a house, like a really nice house. It's a really nice house. Also, by the way, you guys are great parents. Bye.
And he flies off, and Hippolyta, I guess she's on the league now. I know, like she was expected to be on the league, but it's like, oh, she's okay. I guess she's actually here. That's a little odd. It's just like a strange filler issue, and I give it like a 3 out of 10. I'm sorry, Bendis. I love your Daredevil. I love your Ultimate Spider-Man. I love your Avengers. You got to go back to Marvel.
I'm so sad.
Your DC work is just kind of not the greatest.
I'm so sad JD's not here to just see the hope, the dreams you had for this issue.
Oh, it's okay.
Getting absolutely crushed and demolished.
2 days ago, I talked to JD on Discord. We were just talking about comics and whatnot, and he literally went like, "Did you read Justice League this week?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just read it." He's like, "What'd you think?" I didn't like it, JD. He goes, "Okay, good," because I was thinking like, was this bad, or am I just like being?
Oh, is he reading it
for no reason? He read it. Yeah.
He did. I didn't realize he had picked up Justice League.
Yeah, I made him. I'm just like, look, man.
Release him.
Man. Bendis wrote like the best Avengers run ever with New Avengers. He's good with teams, so he's writing Justice League, and Justice League is a team. And to be fair, I did really enjoy the last 4 issues. But what was this? Come on.
It's a filler issue, okay? Like, I get that. It's just the reason I'm dropping is I wasn't impressed by the first arc. Like, I enjoyed the first issue. The art's great, but
Superman, I think, is well written.
I don't care.
Like, there's
and he's doing a Scott Lobdell tactic. Why does he keep introducing every single person, every single issue?
Why is Aquaman's description ex-father? Or no, new father.
Ex-King of the Seas, new father.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Oliver Queen, extraordinarily wealthy archer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Like, and again,
Superman, last son of Krypton. It's like,
here's the thing. I'll never dish on writers because since I myself want to be a writer, I feel that as long as writers are proud of what they're writing, nobody should really, give them crap about it.
Yeah.
However,
Sorry, Ben.
my personal opinion, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Which there are probably a lot of people who do like this. So I want to reiterate, as long as the writer's satisfied, Bendis probably loves this book and he's probably doing it. It's just not for me. I'm just not into it.
If you, I'm talking to the listeners here, if you like this issue, if you like Bendis Justice League, if you like his Legion of Superheroes, if you love his Superman, that's awesome. That's great. It's just not for me. I love his Marvel stuff, but his DC stuff just isn't the greatest for me at the moment. I did love his Justice League until this issue. I will keep reading because I know this is filler. It can get better.
I'm sure it can. I just don't have, like, with all the issues I've been getting, I think this one is going to hit the chopping block for me, unfortunately. I mean, if you tell me that something happens that I would really enjoy to see, like Red Hood shows up or something, most of the stuff with me, if you tell me Red Hood, I'll read it.
I don't think Red Hood would be Injustice.
Probably not, yeah. But like, if I see the team switch up a bit, because you were talking about Green Lantern, since Hal Jordan apparently is the only one going to Earth. If I see Wally West the Flash and Hal Jordan joining this team and we get some nice Justice League chemistry and action, I'll pick it back up. But for right now, I don't think I'm getting the next issue.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll keep reading for now, but I'll keep my eye on the solicitations, see if anything changes, because I did drop some books this week because, like I said, I'm
Crime Syndicate.
I'm living kind of on my own. So yeah, I did drop Crime Syndicate. I dropped, and then the other ones hurt to drop. I just had to save money. I dropped Eternals, man.
Oh, that hurt?
No,
did that hurt?
That didn't
I was
really
gonna say.
Okay, I dropped Eternals. I got this week's Green Lantern, but I won't be getting the next few.
Hunter, it was inevitable.
And the last one I dropped, which I was enjoying, was Iron Man. I dropped Iron Man.
Damn.
To save money. And the reasons were, despite enjoying this book, I just said, like, I should drop one more series just to save some money here on rent and whatnot. I dropped Iron Man because I don't really have a history with Iron Man. I haven't read any of his other runs. I'm reading Armor Wars right now. But besides that, like,
you're lucky Harper's not on here.
Yeah, Harper's not here. Harper has read every most Iron Man runs, I would say. So that's his guy, right? Like, there's characters like Batman and Daredevil and I would say Superman, where I've read so many runs in the past, Flash, Green Lantern, where it's difficult to drop those stories because I have such a big history with them. Maybe not Green Lantern because I just dropped him, but like Flash, Batman, and Daredevil, I've read so much of that I don't really want to drop their books because I have so much history with these characters. Iron Man, I've read half of our Armor Wars and the current run, and besides that, my Iron Man content comes from Avengers comics. So
I'll make, as Harper, since you're listening to this, buddy, I'll make you happy. Because of your stellar recommendation and review of Iron Man Annual, number 1, 2021, whatever it's technically called, I read it. I bought it because of what you said, and I will say it was a phenomenal issue.
There you go.
But I'm not reading Iron Man's ongoing.
I like Iron Man, but I wouldn't consider myself like a big fan of Tony Stark.
I'm keeping up with it on Marvel Unlimited as it releases, but I'm not buying the issues as they come out.
Yeah,
I'm waiting the 2 or 3 months it takes and then reading them.
That's fair. Justice League 3 out of 10. Next comic.
Also, speaking of Marvel Unlimited, so proud of JD for picking that up. Sounds like we need to get somebody else on that train, don't we?
I don't know who. One day,
saving money.
It was funny. I told JD that JD's just like, "You gonna get it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get to read Armor Wars," because that's like a hard comic to get. So I went to get something printed at a bookstore because my bookstore has printers there. And while I was getting it printed, I'm like, I guess I'll look at the comics because it takes like 5 minutes to print this thing. It's printing a map. So I went over to look at the comics because they said it'd be 5 minutes. And Armor Wars is there, a book that's going for so much, like it's out of print. I'm like, oh my God. So I bought it.
Armor Wars in, oh wait, this was a library. Oh no, it was a bookstore.
Bookstore, yeah.
What'd you say? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in trade. like the Armor Wars trade. I was like, oh my god, I was
So
gonna
you're
get
not even
Marvel
reading it on
Unlimited.
Marvel Unlimited.
No, because it was there for $20. So I was like, steal, yeah. Well, not steal, but I bought it.
and together we can take over
Yeah,
Marvel Unlimited
one day.
and read over 25,000 comics to choose from.
This episode is not sponsored by Marvel Unlimited. I'll read
What'd
once
you
we're
say?
sponsored. We're not sponsored by Marvel Unlimited, but I'll read once we're sponsored. I'll quickly go over Green Lantern real quick. It's very okay. The story's cool.
Did Simon die?
Simon's
last
still
time
alive.
oh, he's still alive. Because you said he might have died.
Every Green Lantern ring just also deactivated, right? So if you're
Okay.
a Green Lantern, if you're a Green Lantern, if you're human, you're in space, goes off, can't breathe in space.
Yeah.
Die.
So the only ones that are working are Hal and Joe, right? That's what you said?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So the story's focusing on John, who's on a planet, and just using like whatever he can find on that planet, scavenging.
Star Trek? He's still doing Star Trek?
Essentially.
Space.
I understand how that could be cool, but when I read Green Lantern, I'd rather read about Green Lanterns. So Joe is trying to figure out what's going on. We didn't see Hal this issue. We saw him last issue, but he's still around because his ring's a little different. Mm-hmm. And the end of the issue, the only interesting part that I found was John goes on a ship. He gets a ship and he flies off. He's going back to Oa. And he like looks on the logs at every Green Lantern, right? He's like, where are they? And it's just him, and he just sits on the floor in the ship and he just looks down. It looks like he's like about to break down. And it's just like, blah, blah, blah. Confirmed dead. Blah, blah, blah. Confirmed dead. Guy Gardner, missing. Kyle Rayner, missing. Blah, blah, blah. Confirmed dead. Yeah, so he just like sits there. He's like, oh my God.
Yeah. He's literally doing the scene from Incredibles.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Defeated, terminated.
Terminated. Yeah, essentially. So Guy is missing.
Wait, you need that music going.
Yeah. So it said Guy's missing, Kyle's missing. It said Rotloffan's missing. I don't know if you know Green Lantern, but Rotloffan's, he's basically a Green Lantern that...
Who?
He's cool. He's like a Green Lantern that uses like...
I know Larfleeze, the Orange Lantern.
He's basically like a manta ray that's a Green Lantern, and his symbol's like a bell because he like he's like Daredevil in a way where he can't see but he hears very well.
Okay.
So his imagination, because he can't see, he doesn't really have like an imagination for constructs, so he uses sound. It's pretty cool. He's a cool character. But yeah, in the end, the issue was cool. It's leading to something, but it's not something that I really want to pay for anymore. So
you dropped it.
I dropped it just to save money.
Damn.
I gave it like a 7 out of 10. Since I just talked about a book I read and you didn't, you want to talk about Suicide Squad real quick?
Suicide Squad. Okay, so if I know you're dropping books to save money. Okay?
Oh no, don't do this to me.
This is gonna be my infomercial. You gotta, you force JD to pick up Justice League. I'm forcing you to pick up this book.
You know what?
You gotta read this.
You know what? You got 3 minutes to convince me why.
Okay,
go.
So it is the most brilliant marketing, first off, because it is showing you the characters that will be in the Suicide Squad movie. Whether or not the Suicide Squad movie is good, I don't know. But these characters, the way the writer is writing them, he is writing other writers' characters better than they are. He wrote Red X last issue, and it was better than anything we have seen in Teen Titans Academy.
Okay.
This issue, he wrote Bloodsport. Like, I've never heard of Bloodsport, nothing. Fantastic. I do not know anything about this character. I just know he's going to be played by Idris Elba in the Suicide Squad movie. This issue focuses on Bloodsport, and it is one of the most heartfelt and entertaining like issues I think we've gotten, and each issue has just been phenomenal. Let me give another instance of character. There was somebody else he wrote in here. Oh, Crime Syndicate. So this is the crossover issue with Crime
finally.
Syndicate. Yes. And he writes Crime Syndicate better than the Crime Syndicate miniseries. Like, and it's the same characters, same universe.
So it's like the John Stewart Green Lantern?
It's the John Stewart Green Lantern. And he writes it better. I forget who the writer is of Suicide Squad right now, but it's phenomenal. Like, it's so good because there's mystery, but it's not mystery to the point where you feel like you're not getting enough each issue.
Damn it, I like mysteries.
You're getting more and more. You're finding out a little more and more about what Waller is after.
What's
And
she after? Do you know?
we don't know, but you're
Okay.
getting a little more and more each issue. And it's so good. So how long was that? That's my pitch.
150. Nice, not
Okay,
bad.
that's all I needed. But now talking about the issue, it's just great. It's so last issue. So last time I was on here, I talked about number 3. Last issue was number 4, and all it was Red X breaking out of Belle Rev
Yeah.
and just messing up Waller's whole system with the Suicide Squad.
Essentially,
and basically, yeah, just revealing that, like, oh, and the coolest moment out of that issue, remember how I told you Talon's kind of out of it, like all he's saying is who, and like he's
Yeah,
not all
yeah.
there.
I like that.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. Red X is in the ducks or whatever, and they send Talon after to pursue him. And Red X just has this 3 steps ahead mentality and knows all the squad secrets. And he just goes, Talon, man, if only you were to tell Waller that this whole can't remember myself shtick isn't real. And then Talon goes, who the hell are you? And like, you're like, whoa, so Talon's faking this the whole time.
So this was his first words he said since.
Yeah, so like he starts with the who, but then he just grabs Red X and goes, the hell are you? And it's like, how do you know this? And it's like, the last issue with Red X was so
chills
cool.
From that.
Yeah, it's great.
What the hell? Stop, Sean.
Sorry, I just spit a bit. But when you see the panel, it's literally like, whoa, what just happened? So this was number 4, and then everything with Red X. Like, I wish this writer was writing more of Red X. Like, this writer actually made me care about Red X, and I gotta find this writer's name. But yeah, so then this issue introduces. So this is the first issue with Bloodsport, Robert Dubois, and so it's written by Robbie Thompson. You're phenomenal, great book. But now. So this issue focuses on Bloodsport, and Bloodsport now has his suit from the movie, because normally Bloodsport, I guess, would just wear like a black tank top and a red bandana. Yeah.
Kind of like Daredevil style, right? Where it's like over the nose.
Yeah, kind of, except, eye holes.
Yeah.
He can see. But the thing is, it's so that he gets this new suit, and the way they justify it in the comic, besides just being like, this suit is going to be in the movie, check that out, August 8th. It's explained that it's given to him by Waller so that he can travel the multiverse and map it out for her, and also get new recruits to the Suicide Squad. And you just see this whole splash or spread of him, just different Earths fighting different people.
So that's why the Crime Syndicate are there.
Yeah, so he goes to Earth 3, and there's a bit of a continuity error, a little bit, because he says they call themselves the Crime Syndicate, but you actually see him observing the events of the first 3 issues of Crime Syndicate. So you see Superman throw the truck in.
Ultraman.
Yeah, Ultraman, right. Throws the truck into the Daily Planet. You see the invasion of the Starros, all from Bloodsport's perspective. And he's trying to get Black Siren, who hasn't been shown in the miniseries, but he's trying to get Black Canary's Earth 3 counterpart and take her and bring her to the squad. And it's also very neat in the sense that he's narrating the whole issue. And the way it is, it's supposed to be his field reports to Waller. And he keeps saying his own inputs, being like, yeah, so the more I do this, the more I'm told that I will be closer to my freedom. But since you're listening to this, Waller, we both know that's not going to happen, is it? And blah, blah, blah. And so when she checks in on him, she goes, and cut the monologuing. This isn't your on monologue. I want details and facts, and that's it. Shut up. Like, and he goes, fine, I'll just talk to myself. But it's interesting in the sense that, because the way it looks like it's going to be in the movie, it seems like Bloodsport's going to be a bit of a knockoff of Deadshot, because Waller's going to use his daughter to make him join the squad or whatever, based on what we see in the trailer. In this, he genuinely does not care if he is on like that he's on the squad, because he's actually loving what he's doing, because his brother who died, and is the reason he became Bloodsport, he keeps seeing alternate versions of him on each of the Earths he's visiting, and every single one he sees him happy. And he just
Oh
kind of,
wow.
and he's like,
Oh.
he's literally just like, I will do this forever as long as I can just see my brother like happy and he alive. And so it's chills, just so it's so good. And then so you have all of that, then you have more intrigue with what's going on with Peacemaker leading the squad and everything there. But then you like Bloodsport is the shining part of this issue, because then he tries to get Black Siren and tries to take her to bring her back to the Suicide Squad on Earth Prime,
Right.
and Ultraman steps in and starts attacking Bloodsport, and he's trying everything on him, all these weapons, and he keeps saying to Waller, because he has the ability to teleport weapons to him, and so he's Waller supplying these guns, so he keeps radioing going, I need the big gun, I need the big gun. And so he gets this kryptonite rifle finally and shoots Ultraman with it, and Ultraman
They messed up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because
then Ultraman likes kryptonite.
He inhales all of it and he goes, kryptonite, my favorite. And then takes down Bloodsport, lasers the bomb. Like he x-rays Bloodsport and goes, why is there a bomb in your head? And who's Waller? Who are you talking to? And so he lasers the bomb out of Bloodsport's head.
Oh.
And then smashes it, like just pummels him. And then it ends with Ultraman going, now you're going to tell me who this Waller is, and then you're going to help her give me all this kryptonite you supposedly have like supplied somewhere. And so it leaves off with Ultraman having kidnapped Bloodsport after this big battle between the two.
Whoa.
Hunter, read this.
Yeah, that was good. As soon as you said
so
kryptonite
good.
bullet, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah,
It's like Ultraman gets fueled by kryptonite.
Yeah, because you even see in issue 4 of Crime Syndicate, he's like juicing himself with green kryptonite.
There's in
so
Dark
good.
Side War, it's my favorite comic ever.
Mhm.
Yeah, he doesn't have kryptonite for a while and he starts to go skinny. It's kind of like Superman being powered by the yellow sun.
Mhm.
He gets powered by kryptonite. So they literally had to get kryptonite to feed him in order to keep him going. So
yeah, but it was
that does sound good.
Suicide Squad is absolutely impeccable. Highly recommend. It's just
issue rating?
It's 10.
Okay, fair enough.
10. I love this series is a 10.
Oh,
like, it's
definitely
so good.
pick up the first trade of anything, because it's like what, 5 issues in?
5 issues in.
Usually a trade is 6 issues, so that should be coming soon. So
it's so fascinating to me that he's now had Red X and Crime Syndicate, both of which have been boring me and been less interesting, and he just made them absolutely incredible.
Fair enough. Wonder Girl, you read that, right?
Yeah, I read that.
What a great art.
This is a great book.
like the art is so nice. So not too much happened here.
It's refreshing too. It's kind of got that, what's his name, Bruno Rodolfo, is that his name?
For
whoever's doing Nightwing, what's his name?
Oh, like the art.
It's got that simplistic but nice,
simplistic but detailed.
Like, yeah, like Joelle Jones, she's doing the art and the writing, and she's doing a fantastic job.
She was the reason I read the first arc in Catwoman, because I'm like, her art is so good that I will read anything you do. And then I didn't really like Catwoman that much, so I'm like, well, I'll read mostly everything you do. So Wonder Girl, it's been so good. Yeah. It's basically just Yara Flor, the new character that was introduced in January's DC Future State. But she's not Wonder Girl yet. This is just like her origins. She's in Brazil. Last issue, she was knocked into a river in Brazil. And that's where this issue begins, where she meets a siren. Sirens, their whole thing, in mythology is they lure sailors over to them, and then as sailors come over to them, they kill them. They're evil mermaids, essentially.
What was it from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, there was
my darling Sailor Bold or whatever.
Yeah,
I forget what the song was.
So
but
those were
yeah.
sirens. Same with if you've seen The Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson. There's a siren in that too.
Is there actually? I haven't seen the movie.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, no.
It's interesting. It's like this realistic lighthouse type movie, but there's also a siren in it, so it's like a bit of mythologies in there. But yeah, so she gets lured by a siren, but sirens don't always. They kind of explain that sirens don't always kill people. Sometimes they gift them if they're worthy. So Yara Flora was essentially worthy, not of Mjolnir, but of a yo-yo. Basically her main weapons.
Was she worthy, or was she like? Is it just like, because the whole thing is that everybody's freaking out because they're like, she's awakened, we have to take her out. Like, I don't know if it's so much that she's worthy. I think it's more that, you know,
her power is erupting.
Yeah. So I don't know, worthy is the right word, but I think it's more just because that was the thing. It was never returned to Brazil. And now that she has, it's
basically
hold on. There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? Like, it's literally
the Force Awakens. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the siren basically kind of gives her weapon.
Oh God, is she gonna be Rey?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
She is the daughter of Darkseid. No, I'm kidding. Girl.
Oh my God.
So it's basically like the lasso of truth, except not truth. It has like metal, like golden balls at the end, so she could just like whip and beat someone with it. It's like
a bola.
Yeah, essentially.
It's a bola.
After she gets that, she gets launched out of the river back onto land, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, call an ambulance!" Because they don't know Yara Flora. They just think she's a regular woman. So they call an ambulance. She gets a towel and everything. She cleans up, and she's a little freaked out by it, but she's also very like, I just need some rest, maybe a shower, and then I'll be good to go after that. And that's essentially the issue. But
it's great. It's great though.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I know.
She gets attacked on the plane. Plane goes down because she throws somebody through the side of the plane, pretty much. Well, she doesn't throw them, but she hits the cart out because she doesn't know her own strength now. My only flaw with this issue, but I'll let it slide, like CinemaSins, I'll let this one slide in the sense of storytelling, is that the god at the end that cuts his hand on his own arrow. You're telling me this guy who's supposedly a pro god at, shooting arrows and doing whatever. Yeah, just accidentally cuts himself with his own arrow, and now he's gonna fall in love with Yara Flor. All right, I'll go with it, but that was a little convenient. Yeah. What's his name? Eros?
I'm trying to find it.
Eros.
Something like that, yeah. All in all, though, issue was good. I mean,
solid. This is a series that I'm really enjoying, especially since this is a brand new character that we haven't seen much from. Just Future State.
It's new reader friendly for sure.
Yeah, it's and also, I think you're also forgetting another thing.
What?
Cassie and Artemis on the book?
Yeah, they were. Yeah. So they don't meet Yara or anything. They just talk about Yara essentially.
But they're in this.
Cool to see Artemis again.
So maybe the Wonder Girl title is not just referring to Yara Flor.
Well, Artemis has never been Wonder Girl, I don't think.
Well, no.
Donna, Troy.
Yeah,
she appears Monday. But yeah,
maybe.
I give it like
Nightwing. Nightwing showed up in Batman, so maybe Donna will ditch Titans Academy for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see. Did you read Spider-Man?
I almost picked it up because that was the word I was looking for. Not preface, prelude. This is the prelude to Sinister War, right?
Yeah,
or one of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
I'll explain to you so you don't have to read.
Yeah, talk to me. Kindred's in it or something? Doesn't he do something?
Of course he's in it. It's a Nick Spencer Spider-Man book. Why would Kindred not be in it?
But he's done with that suit, right? He's no longer filming himself.
No, he's done with that. Just
there's still so many better ways to make that sound.
Yeah. Essentially, all the important things that happen, I'll just briefly say is, did you read the first arc, Nick Spencer Spider-Man arc?
I've not read a single Spider-Man title.
There we go. So there's a clone thing that happens where Peter accidentally clones himself, where Peter Parker is one character and Spider-Man is another character. They're separated.
What?
Yeah. So this is a Spider-Man.
No. In this run, not Ben Reilly.
No, in this run. This was like 2018.
Isn't it another clone thing?
Yeah, but it wasn't bad. It was short too. It's just Peter
Parker
and Spider-Man.
And you get a clone saga. Everyone gets a clone saga.
But the thing is, when that happened, like Spider-Man was kind of a jerk because he didn't have Peter Parker in him. It was just like the quips and the action, and Peter
Oh,
was like just Peter.
here's a deep cut. Danny Phantom, when he gets split into Danny Phantom and just himself.
Essentially, yeah, that's basically what happens.
Please tell me you watched that as a kid.
I did, yeah, of course.
Good. Okay. I'm like, you had a childhood, right?
So essentially, yeah, they were able to come back together again, but that happens again in this issue, but to Dr. Connors. So now,
Lizard and Connors.
yeah, essentially.
Okay.
So, but the lizard doesn't have Dr. Connors in him, so he's just like a very angry mutant lizard. And
Poor Peter Parker.
Yeah, but
no.
instead of poor Peter Parker, he's just like, I'm a lizard kind of thing. So Dr. Octopus makes this happen. And then Dr. Octopus is like, well, eventually he invited Dr. Connors to be like, hey, you join our Sinister Six. And Dr. Connors is like, no. And so Octopus is like, okay. And did the clone thing. So like, okay.
Nah, I'm good, fam. I'm not gonna show up to this one. I'll sit this one out.
It essentially ended with the last page was a spread of a bunch of different villains that are teams of 6 all together. There's like a lot of like minor villains together.
Oh, so it's not going to be Sinister Six versus Savage Six. It's going to be an all-out brawl.
Yeah, of 6 villains working together.
You want to know why I know the Savage Six exists?
Because of the solicitations from.
Nah, because I read I haven't really read the recent Spider-Man, but I did read Mary Jane.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And they're in that.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Did you read that?
No, I heard great things though.
It was a good time. It was silly, but it was a good time. The whole premise is that Mysterio is trying to make a movie about himself, and the Savage Six just keeps trying to destroy it. And so Mary Jane is an actress in the movie, and she's just trying to make sure the movie gets made.
Fair enough.
That's it.
So the villains consist of, there was the all-out like younger female Sinister Six from Nick Spencer's run. There's the Sinister Six led by Vulture, which has people on the team like Rhino and Chameleon. There's the Sinister Six from the Bar with No Name, which are a bunch of like street level characters. Boomerang's on that team, Shocker's on that team. That's the only team with 5 members, so maybe they'll get 6 later on. There's one led by, it looks like Jack-O-Lantern, Taskmaster, the Ant.
What's his deal, Jack-O-Lantern?
He's a guy with.
He was in Venom so much.
He got beat up a lot in Venom.
Yeah.
He's basically like a modern age Stiltman. Stiltman being like a really classic villain that every hero would beat up.
Or like what you guys brought up a while back, Turk.
Yeah, he's like Turk. Yeah, Jack-O-Lantern's like a cooler Turk, like because he looks really cool, but he usually just gets beat up.
Yeah.
And then you got the main one with
even in Venom 200. You basically got the not again.
Yeah, essentially. So yeah, the main Sinister Six is Dr. Octopus, Kraven the Hunter, Electro, just a regular Lizard, and Sandman. So yeah, to be continued in Sinister War, which I think is next week.
It might be. I think this was the prelude, and then 71 is a tie-in.
Yeah.
Based on the solicitations I saw. Because I almost picked this up just because I'll read Sinister War just because it's an event, so I'm curious.
Fair enough.
Even though I haven't read any of Nick Spencer's Spider-Man.
But yeah, it was pretty good. Not bad. And do you have any more comics you want to talk about, or do you want to just end this with Nice House on the Lake?
Wasn't there something else?
Crime Syndicate, but do you have much to say on that? Just being honest.
So I mean, the only thing to say is this was more focused on I think it's Legion of Justice or something, and they do the whole, again, replacing the title. So instead of Crime Syndicate, it's crossed out with Legion of Justice. Okay. Not much is happening. Johnny Quick gets killed by John Stewart, who joined the Legion of Justice.
Johnny Quick died again. Damn.
Yeah, he died again. And then Ultraman is trying to hook up with Superwoman because she asked him to give her an heir.
Oh, of course. I dropped this book for a reason.
So not much is going on here. We talked we really have breezed through everything pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, just Nice House on a Lake, which you want to jump into. Crime Syndicate.
This is great.
Yeah.
Great issue. Nice House on Link. Let me preface, not Crime Syndicate. Crime Syndicate was solid 4, maybe.
Harper, Tyler, and I, we talked when the Nice House on a Lake issue 1 came out a month ago. For those who don't know, brief summary: 12 friends are invited to a cabin by a mutual friend. Some of these friends know each other, some of them don't. This is an indie book. It's just made by James Tynion, who writes Batman at the moment.
Yeah, it's part of DC's new horror push because they're
Yeah,
having
Black
this
Label.
title. They're having the Conjuring spin-off series.
So essentially what happens is they all go to this mutual friend's big, nice house on a lake where no one's around. And as they're there, some of them go to check Twitter, check Instagram, stuff like that. And they find out every single person in the world is dying. They're all getting
violently
burned alive by the sun, controlled to kill themselves, essentially, except for these people. So these 12 people, 13 if you include the mutual friend, are all stuck in this cabin where it's the only safe place in the world as far as they know, because everyone else is dying. So their mutual friend explains, hey, I essentially killed everyone in the world because I'm a monster. I'm not like you guys. And don't worry, because we're going to have a nice time on this nice house on a lake. And everyone's like, what? And so they try to attack him. Like, what do you mean? And turns out he's like this creepy alien where his skin like morphs all around, parasite-like. So
he blows up somebody's arm.
Yeah, and he blows up someone's arm as punishment, essentially. Like, hey, don't cross me. I am the reason you're all alive right now. So I just want to have a good time. I want us to barbecue at night. I want us to play charades. I want us to like go out. I want us to like drink at night, have campfires.
This reminds me of
something.
This reminds me of something, but I can't put my finger on it. I mean, the premise reminds me of the Seth Rogen, what is it? The End of the World movie. This is the End. It reminds me of that. Okay. I don't know if you've seen that one, but
I haven't.
Yeah, it's a comedy, but this is horror and creepy, obviously. But like this is good. I'm not a horror guy, and I'm enjoying this.
There's little like hints of things here and there. So this issue is the next day. Not many people are sleeping well. People are stressed out, but they can't really do anything because if they leave, they die. And their friend, I think his name is Wallace, isn't trying to kill them. He's killing everyone else.
That was Walter, isn't it?
Walter, yeah, Walter. He's like, I just want you guys to have a good time, but everyone's afraid of him, of course.
But literally what you're saying, he has the itinerary. We're gonna have barbecues. We're gonna. Oh, you have it on there?
Yeah.
I will say what I love is the what's it called? The transcripts. I love this book is creative. You got the transcripts.
So there's every few pages, instead of showing pictures, it's like you're reading off of a script.
Yeah, I think this is a very innovative book. I mean, I'm sure stuff like this has been done before because I know in The Boys they had something where he was reading a transcript in one issue. But like the way it's done here, it's not so much that you're reading the script, you're going, why does this transcript exist? So that means
that's what I was going to say.
Monitoring everything.
What is the reason for a transcript here?
Yeah. And the first transcript page gave me my favorite line from this issue, which was, he said his people did this. I'm pretty sure Walter said he was Irish. I'm pretty sure this isn't the Irish. The best line. I mean, there's cursing too, but it's just, I'm pretty sure this isn't the Irish.
Yeah. There's also little like screenshots that on the transcripts of like security footage after Walter blew one of their friends' hands off. So he's like, he's watching them and he's a monitor.
And also we get Walter's itinerary, which shows that he's there for a week.
Oh, you're right.
Because he said the last day says Walter's farewell.
Walter's farewell speech, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is day 2.
He's abandoning them at the end of the week, or he's dying, or they're all dying. Who knows?
There's 2 characters, Nora and Sarah. They're 2 people that are just like, all right, what the hell is going on? So while everyone else is just like, we have to find a way out of here, these 2 characters walk around the house looking for something. And they find a library, and behind the bookshelf, there's like a hidden room and the key's just sitting there too. So like it's open. And inside there is a ton of guns and weapons and
Yep.
explosives. And they're like, all right, what's going on?
Huh.
Yeah. Why
Huh.
is this
That's
here?
there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, while as they're
How
doing that,
peculiar.
every other character go outside because one character found something. Sorry, I can't remember everyone's names.
Neither can I. That's the one thing about this book. I don't even know who the narrator of this issue was. What was it, the musician?
Something like that.
I don't
Yeah.
know his name, but
So there's a statue outside, and when you touch it, you see what's happening in the real world. So if you're on YouTube right now, I'm showing you. It's New York on fire and buildings coming down and people screaming and dying and their skin melting off.
start spreading the news.
Yep. But it's only when you touch the statue that you see that. So we don't know why, but it's interesting. It's a mystery. I like this.
I have a theory. I have a theory on why the statue's there because
Okay.
I tried doing something dangerous, which was getting in the mind of Walter.
Why is there a statue that when you touch, you see what's happening?
So, like, obviously, to the characters, I believe the idea is like this is cruel, showing us our place in flames and this and that, and the world dying, like our home. But I could see it from Walter's perspective that that's there to show them what he spared them from.
Yeah, be like, hey, I'm a good guy.
Like, I'm the good guy. You could have been there turning into a flesh blob.
Yeah.
Or you could have been on this paradise that I provided. See, I have your best interests at heart here. But, that's kind of where, because I'm trying to think, how because he's doing the whole, oh, I'm doing this because I love you guys. Like, so I could see it being the statues there, not to be like, oh yeah, everyone and loves Gunn, but more to be like, this is what I spared you from, and I want you to understand that I did this to help you, to save you, because I care about you. And so that's the way I think, that's my theory on why that's there. It's Walter trying to show them I'm not the bad guy here, even though he is.
Looks like he is, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, there's little hints, which I kind of wish they didn't do, of what's going to happen at the start of each issue, where it shows like the house on fire they're all in. So it looks like something will happen. We don't really know what yet. So it's all leading to some apocalyptic thing. But so far, this is awesome. I like this a lot.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because when I went to New York Comic Con, I think 2019, I attended a panel that talked about writing horror comics.
Okay.
And so this is the first horror comic I've ever read. And one of the things they talked about is that there's a lot more suspense when reading a horror story because you can delay that page turn as much as you want and let the suspense build. And I feel like you do get that here. Like,
yeah.
this is very,
things are still like warming up, but it's going to be 12 issues. This is issue 2. So something I'm curious, we'll get something that I've read in manga before where it's like pop-up scenes in books in a way.
I have not read manga, but somebody keeps pressuring me to read My Hero Academia.
It's great.
I know. That's what I'm told.
There's a horror manga called Uzumaki, which is about the fear of spirals. But essentially that book has pop-up scenes because there's parts where the characters, I mean, it's just like a comic book, where they like open a door and then you see their reaction like oh god, and then the next page is what they're gasping at. So it was like, oh god, what are they looking at?
Yeah.
kind of thing. So you have to like prepare yourself to turn that page and see like something terrifying. So
page turns are the biggest thing to utilize in comics.
And that's what I'm guessing this book will get to. At the moment, I mean, we're still waiting. We don't know what's going to happen just yet.
So. Yeah, there's just this issue again was more, we find out more of what's in the house. They have a sensory deprivation machine and theater and all kinds of
things that these characters would like.
Apparently, yeah. So I guess one of them's 11 from Stranger Things. I have no idea what the sensory deprivation tank would be for.
There's also like a piano for the musician. There's a ton of books for the writer. There's like art areas for, like,
and the musician's buddy with Walter, or I mean, probably just trying to make sure they don't all die.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, this issue 9 out of 10. I love this series so far.
Why not 10? What's holding you back?
Why not 10? I guess because it was. I can't really. I was gonna say, I guess because like nothing really scary happened yet. Because like it's still building up, but I guess it's issue 2. So for an issue 2,
you didn't think the splash page or spread, whatever it's called,
point, yeah.
of a flesh monster and
That's a
New
good point.
York on
Good
fire.
point. Yeah. Okay. No, honestly, 10. It didn't do anything wrong. You're right. 10. I highly recommend this.
It was solid.
You gave it 10 too, I imagine.
I'll give it a 10 because I don't have anything that bothered me.
Fair enough. And that's the comics of the week.
That's the
we did it. We are roughly an hour 40 minutes in. Yeah. And thanks for listening.
And I returned. I was back.
Yeah.
I came back.
Thanks for joining. I was gonna say us, but I guess just me this week.
No problem. I mean, I do think that would be fun to see a Hunter solo podcast episode.
Might happen one day.
How funny would that be if you get on?
Hey guys,
JD, Harper, and Tyler, and they all just dip. They're like, "Good luck, Hunter."
Hey guys, Batman was good. That'd be me. It's hard to like. It's easier when you bounce off people, but yeah. Thanks for joining me. If the listeners like Sean, message me, Comic Hunter, or there's the Hero Story account, and let us know if you want him back. We got a lot of messages before.
Or message me because I appreciate positive feedback too.
Hey Sean, where can we find you?
Or if you hated me, let me know as well.
Yeah, where can we find you?
You can find me at Local Comic Sean.
SEAN for Sean.
SEAN. Yes, not seen. Sean, please. Sean.
Anywhere else or just Instagram?
It's very Irish. Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Irish. This could be the Irish, but the people burning everyone alive isn't.
Yeah, so it's at Local Comic Sean, and linked in the bio if you want to check out some of my articles. I put stuff. I work the weekends, so if you want to read my stuff, because I have a lot of great time writing it. So
yeah, on comics and comic book movies and all that. You're living my old dream job. Essentially.
It's a good time. I'm honestly having the best time of my life. Like it is.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
That's awesome, man.
And I do 2 jobs. So I have that, and then I also do another thing. So my time is scarce, but I look forward to every time I'm working for CBR because it is just a blast.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And let me clarify, I'm not a representative or anything.
Yeah,
but
it's an exclusive interview with comic writer Sean.
but I have some articles up, and it's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Again, message me or Sean or Hero Story on Instagram if you want to see more of him. Until then, we should have a Black Widow video out on YouTube this week. Again, because of time zones and the fact that we just record this right when I found out that we weren't reviewing Black Widow. I don't have a day yet for that. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll see it from when we upload it. If not, this next week, I think, is episode 150 of A Hero Story. I think.
On this episode, this is the prelude to A Hero Story 150.
Yeah. We have an announcement that we will announce, but I don't know if we have like a plan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But for episode 100, when we record 99, we're like, we have no plan. And then episode 100, we had Joshua Williamson on, so it's like we have something. So we'll see. But we'll keep you guys updated on at A Hero Story on Instagram, and I'll probably post some things too. But yeah, thanks for joining us.
Who
Sean.
knows what will happen? There might be surprises. There might be nothing.
You said you have a surprise, Sean, which terrifies me. So.
I don't know. Do I have a surprise? I don't know.
You're also exclusive comicbook.com writer, so
oh my god.
Maybe you do.
I don't know. No, nothing like that.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, and thanks for being a hero. And JD, hey, I'm JD. Remember, every second is a gift.
Oh wait, do I get an outro?
You can do your outro right now if you want. You have 2 seconds to decide.
I have 2 seconds. Okay.
1.
And thanks for being a hero. What?
That's okay. What?